The Joy Unfinished. John Candy in the Halcyon Frame 12 timeline. He wasn't done. He just ran out of time. Here. In other threads, they gave him just a little more of it, and he made us laugh like he never left. Divergence Point, 1994. In Halcyon Frame 12, filming of Wagons East was delayed by 6 weeks due to a mild health scare. That delay saved his life. John Candy quietly recovered, took time off, and returned to acting stronger than ever. He lived until 2006 in that timeline. And in those extra years, he gave us more joy, more heart, and a few stories this world never got to hear. 1995. Still standing tall. A road trip dramedy where John played a washed-up wrestling announcer, driving his estranged daughter across the country to meet her birth mother. It became a cult classic, one of his most emotionally layered roles. I'm not the man I was in the ring, but maybe I can still be her dad. Pocahontas, 1995. Redfeather lives. In our timeline, John Candy passed away in early 1994 before production truly began. His character, Redfeather the wisecracking turkey, was removed entirely from the film. In the Halcyon Frame 12 timeline, however, John survived well past 1994, and Redfeather remained a fully realized central character. Redfeather's role. Candy brought depth, warmth, and quirky intelligence to the turkey role. Instead of just comic relief, Redfeather had a personal arc, a subplot about longing to fly and transcending limitations. 2 original songs were added: Feather in the Wind, lighthearted and fast-paced; Someday I'll Soar, slow, heartfelt, and unexpectedly moving. Impact. This version of Pocahontas featured improved pacing, more cohesive emotional tone, and better integration of side characters. Redfeather provided emotional bridges between the human and animal storylines. 1997 through 2000, Uncle Buck, the series Redux. He starred in it this time. Reformatted as a heartfelt 30-minute dramedy, produced by Chris Columbus. No laugh track, just life, grief, and second chances. In that world, John was nominated for an Emmy in 1999, something unimaginable here, where he never got the chance to come back. Uncle Buck was never just a joke. He was a lighthouse for lost kids. The Magic 7, 1997, animated special. In our timeline, The Magic 7 was an unfinished eco-fantasy animated special that John Candy, James Earl Jones, and other well-known actors recorded lines for in the early 1990s. Due to repeated production delays and internal studio issues, it was never completed and has remained in limbo ever since. In the Halcyon Frame 12 timeline, however, The Magic 7 was fully completed and broadcast in 1997 as a 1-hour television special. It went on to be re-aired annually during Earth Day programming blocks, becoming a small but enduring part of family viewing culture. John Candy's role. He voiced Smokestack Sam, a swaggering, half-human, half-vehicle hybrid who once thrived on smoke-belching speed and reckless joyrides across the asphalt plains. Initially a personification of fossil fuel addiction, Sam's character arc in the completed version saw him reluctantly confronting the damage his lifestyle caused. Originally comic relief, Sam grew into a surprisingly heartfelt figure, a symbol of change, redemption, and learning to slow down. Candy's vocal performance channeled both Uncle Buck warmth and the great outdoors bluster, evolving into a soulful, almost folkloric mentor by the third act. I used to ride the wind like a storm on wheels. Now I listen to the quiet and let it carry me. Visual style. The animation was elevated beyond its original designs, featuring Don Bluth-inspired backgrounds, rich sky textures, and hand-painted elemental effects. The tone was whimsical but sincere, a visual sibling to Fern Gully and Once Upon a Forest, with tighter pacing and character charm. Themes and reception. Themes of environmental stewardship, personal growth, and intergenerational empathy were central. Became a cult favorite in eco-family animation circles, frequently found in school libraries and Earth Day marathons well into the early 2000s in that timeline. 1999, Voices from the Barn, an animated coming-of-age film. John voiced a retired racehorse mentoring a lonely sheepdog, with James Earl Jones and Holly Hunter in the cast. Scored by Randy Newman, a spiritual sibling to Toy Story in that timeline. Gentle, wise, beautiful. 2002, Planes, Trains, and Heartstrings, a sequel never made here, but lovingly crafted in Halcyon 12. John and Steve Martin reunited. This time, Dell helps Steve reconnect with his estranged son. Less about travel, more about emotional homecomings. Dell never stopped talking, but this time, he was finally heard. 2006, final film, Yearslip. His last role was a cameo in a quiet indie time travel comedy. John played a man with memory slips, unsure which year he was in. Gentle, sad, still funny. Is it still 1989? Good. I think I left my heart there. John Candy's legacy there. Beloved as both a comedian and quiet soul, became a mentor to rising comedic actors in early 2000s. Guest starred on Frasier in an episode that made Kelsey Grammer cry on set. His final film was a cameo in an indie time travel comedy, playing a man who keeps forgetting which year he's in. He said the funniest thing I ever heard, said a child actor he worked with. He said, if you can't laugh at yourself, then at least make someone else smile when they do it for you. John Franklin Candy, 1950 through 2006. In Halcyon Frame 12, the laughter lasted longer. The joy unfinished still echoes across the slide wave. Thank you, John. We still hear you.